Hello, hello. Here we go. I'm nervous as hell, but oh well, it's fine. Let me know if the audio is okay, if the music's too loud, if I'm too loud, and I can adjust it. Alright, so I genuinely didn't prepare too much. Mother has appeared. Mother has indeed. Yeah, basically the plan for today was just to draw Voxanne as much as I physically can for the night. I wanted to do a couple of headcanons, wanted to draw her a little bit differently, just something I'm more comfortable with, so yeah, I'm gonna be doodling that. Music a bit loud, okay. Let me see. Okay, I know if that's alright. Should be good. Yeah, okay. I about halved it. That should be good. Hello, Hika. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say right off the bat, I'm also not much of a yapper at all. Sounds good? Nice. Good. Alright. But yeah, I'm genuinely not much of a yapper, especially when I'm alone, so I might go a bit quiet. And I'm also just, still getting used to this, but we'll go through it. It's fine. But yeah, I wanted to doodle a couple of Voxannes. Just wanted to do a little range for her from, nice and homey, very chill, very gamer girl, and unfortunately grippers. Sorry about that. And then also her being a bit of a girl boss. I do like her being a lot more relaxed looking, and gel like this. I like the idea. But I don't want to deny her the girl bossiness that she has. So yeah, there's 2 more versions as well. And I'm of course gonna be lazy as hell and start with simple ones. Okay, let me just... Oh, that should be okay. How is everybody doing? What are you guys up to? Oh. I like the range, yeah. I feel like I do really like how we originally started with her, and how do you put it? I feel like she just needed a little bit more to make her feel, I guess, more approachable, more human. I mean, technically she's a demon as well, but but yeah, I feel like maybe girl boss is a little bit too hard. Sometimes I feel like I'm not worthy to draw her properly. So yeah, something more chill I figured would be good. When she's out and about versus when she's tired at home, yeah, she's got it all. I'm also happy to add more hair to her head. Like, the bob is iconic. I feel like it will never be replaced, and I'm not really going for that, but just wanted to give her a little bit more something. Add a little bit of spice. Hi Mero! Hello, thank you for dropping by. I hope it will be chill. Gamer Girl Voxanne is a very base stake. She doesn't need to girl boss all the time. Yeah, I feel like every girl boss just needs to be at least a little bit girl fail sometimes. you know, just to relax and unwind for a little bit. She needs to recharge. And I honestly feel her. Although I'm not sure if I have the right to say so. I'm kind of girl fail most of the time myself. But you know. Yeah, quote, every girl boss needs her girl rest. Yeah, it's essential. It's like, yeah, she just needs her beauty sleep, beauty rest, and then she'll be good to girl boss again. The one thing I realized while I was sketching these is just how many times I told myself, oh, I'm just gonna leave this as I'm gonna leave this sketchy, this is gonna be a problem for future me. And now I'm future me and I'm cursing myself out. Oh, well, I mean, this part is fine, but there will be parts where I am expecting to struggle and I will be mad at my past self. But it is what it is. These designs are swag? Yeah. I tried. They may be a little bit simple still, but hopefully, you know, maybe I'll figure out some new ones. I didn't really think about her tattoos yet. I have an idea what I want to do and like where I want to put the tattoos. At least one of them will be in a place where she didn't have it before. But I love that tattoo. I wanted it for myself for the longest time, so you know, fuck it, I'll just put it on her instead. Cause why not? But I'm not gonna say what it is just yet. I just wanna define it a little bit more, at least in my own head. And yeah, I'll see if I if I'm brave enough to do it on stream at some point. Because even these sketches, like, these are fairly simple. Didn't take me too long to decide on like what I wanted to do, but it still took me like 5 hours. Or actually, I did take a break in between, but you know, I can be a little bit slow when I need to make decisions, and then if I do it on stream as well, whew, that's gonna be a tough one. So I might just do them offline, and then maybe I'll line them on stream. We'll see. We'll see how the vibes are. Ah, Voxanne, hello! Hello, thank you for dropping in. And Holly Jolly Paka, thank you as well. I hope you're both doing good. I love long hair gremlin Voxanne. Yeah, I'm honestly vibing with her. The two little like sketches that I posted yesterday and the day before, I think, they were so much fun to do, honestly. I was not expecting it, but it feels so much more free to just, you know, it feels a lot more natural. I'm not saying like, this is the right version of her, like the correct one or whatever, but it just feels nicer for me personally. So yeah, I'm also probably still gonna keep drawing the, let's say, the original Voxanne quite a bit, but I'm gonna mix it up here and there, you know, between the original and my own take on her. Jenny Alex, hello, thank you for coming in. Are you doing okay? What are you up to? Actually, honestly, a little bit. Well, a little bit is an understatement. I'm tired as all hell. My only saving grace is I have a monster that I just opened, and I'm gonna have to see how long it keeps me alive because, oh god, I have been tired ever since I woke up. At no point did it get better, so I'm just hanging in there. Here goes, she can do whatever she wants with it. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of potential for different hairstyles and playing around with her hair a whole lot more. I'm biased towards the ponytail, of course, but you know, she can like straighten it out or just let it down and go like all over the place. Doesn't matter really. I did want to do a couple more headshots with just, you know, one-off hairstyles, you know, just to see what else I can do with it, but that may be for another time, because at this point I have, well, 4 full bodies to go through, which, God help me. I'm probably gonna keep them a little bit sketchier, but we'll see. We'll see how much energy I have. Oh god. Colloding folds, my nemesis. Ah, god. Your Roxanne design is so cute, thank you! Looks more casual and swaggy than the ones I've typically seen. Yeah, I wanted to, you know, give her a little bit something more, you know, just to play around with her. I do like a lot of designs I've seen, and I figured, okay, Taru, let's be brave and do something yourself. You know, try and think of something of your own. And yeah, this is what I ended up with. Voxanne is Barbie. Lord, where is our fashion Voxanne doll? Honestly, oh dude, I mean, I figured this is never going to happen, but if I could daydream for a little bit, if we got any like official Voxanne merch, that would be, ooh, that would be something. And having an actual doll? Bruh. I will go bankrupt for her, like, no questions asked, just take my money. If I was lucky to actually grab one, because with the recent Black Friday sale that they had, okay, like, to be fair, the sale started 5 hours before I woke up, so I was late to it. But still, all of the stickers sold out, and the badges, not all of them in this case, but a majority of them, of course Fox's one as well, completely sold out. And I was like, bro, what the hell? I just woke up, like, give me a chance. Please. So yeah, having actual Voxanne merch, that will be gone in like milliseconds. Just gone with the wind. The hand? Yep. The hand is exactly where it needs to be, and anyone possessing titties, boobies, they do this. Like, you cannot tell me you have booba and you're not doing this, at least at some point randomly. It's just a booba haver thing. You gotta. Just give him a little honk honk, you know? Although the fact I'm putting it on her reference sheet, but I guess it speaks for her character. It's kinda nice. do you love the brush you use? Yeah, it's really comfy. I'll see if I can link it in the description after the stream, because I've been using this for a while and it's so good. Like, I change my brushes every so often, but this, oh, it's so comfortable. Thank you, Jenny. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow to read chat. But yeah, thank you, Jenny. I feel like that's unlikely because Vox is pretty adamant about her not having a canon design. Yeah, actually that's fair. The closest we got to a canon design for her was the Mary comic, which was still a stolen fan design. Oh yeah, God, that kind of still hurts. I remember how much you went to bat for the artist of that design, and at least to my knowledge, they were still never credited in the end. I mean, honestly, that design slapped so hard. I love it. If we have an official design at any point, genuinely, I would be happy if that was it. I really liked it a lot. But yeah, I guess we're not getting an official one, which is also cool because, you know, if we don't have an official one, then I get to fuck around like this and just, you know, have fun with it. Time for all of us to get into BJDs. Yeah, I loved them for years. I'm not brave enough to actually get into them because I know how expensive they can get and I am afraid. So I'm just holding myself back as best as I can. But yeah, having a Voxanne ball jointed doll, that would be genuinely like a dream come true. I'm broken, couldn't get merch, but yeah, shit was like Black Friday. Yeah, I'm amazed. Like, okay, I know that merch, you know, goes quickly, especially if it's like smaller merch, but that was insane. Like, damn, leave some for the rest of us, please. I guess not meant to be. Or at the very least, I'm hoping they will do a restock, and maybe, just maybe, we get a chance again. Yeah, we'll see. I was really looking forward to the pin. Like, ever since I saw the first volume of them, I was so looking forward to it. I really wanted to get it, but yeah, I was too slow. She's itchy. Yeah, that's all that she's doing under there. Just giving it a little scratch. Nothing else. Whoa, craft sheet. Yeah, still kinda miffed with Mary for it. Yeah, I mean, I want to say maybe like the notification got buried, but like still, I don't know. I'm not too like. I want to give everybody like the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, maybe he didn't know, maybe, you know, it somehow slipped by him, but I don't know. Long story short is, yeah, I wish they did give proper credit. Maybe one day, although at this point I guess it's kind of late, but maybe he goes back to it someday and just realizes. I will see. Had to get stickers from the JP site. I wish I could. I was not that I saw you using the Bosu app to learn Japanese. I saw like months ago when you showed off your streak, and I was like, oh, you know, what the hell, let me give it a go, because I did want to learn for the longest time. I just didn't really know how or where to start, like what would be a good app, and I saw you post about it, like, you know, Mara's using it, that's That's the best bet I'll have. So I gave it a shot. And I finished all of katakana and hiragana. I don't know how I did it in just a couple of days. My brain was fried, but it was a lot of fun. And then once I got to kanji, I also got pretty busy at work and kind of ended up dropping it. But yeah, I would not be able to navigate the JP site. Maybe with a translator, but I don't know. I got lazy. Just thinking about it felt a bit like a hassle, so I gave up, and I'm just hoping for a restock. Maybe they'll realize, you know, with how fast those sold out, like, hey, you have a demand for this. Please, give us more. Or at least a pre-order. That will also be nice. It was crazy. The fact they have, oh my god, 5 Oshis and only managed to get a pin of 1! And like nothing else. Oh my god, Ameraki. I'm so sorry. Like, first of all, having 5 Oshis, you are strong. You are strong. I technically have... oh damn, I have 3 at this point, and I'm trying my best to keep up, but I'm already getting lost. Like 3 of them is already a whole lot for me, and I can't keep up. But yeah, actually following 5 Oshis, like, hats off, but I can also imagine like the disappointment if all of the pins went out. My condolences. I was high-key mad because I had stuff in my cart. Oh god, I saw and they were taken from me. No. Wait, let me move from her grippers. I'm not gonna stop there here while I read. People were spamming his replies with it. I'm gonna give him the benefit of these hands. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. No excuses allowed. Like, credit your artist or else. Amazing. Boost is better than Duolingo, but I'm not very proactive with learning, so I'm going through it very slowly. Yeah, it takes effort to keep up with it, but I don't know. I mean, I didn't try Duolingo before, at least not for Japanese. I heard a lot of people saying that for any Asian language, really, it wasn't really good. So that's why I was putting it off. I didn't really want to risk, you know, trying with Duolingo and then, you know, getting disappointed or discouraged and then never picking it back up. So yeah, I was glad I saw you post about Busu. Gave it a shot. That was fun. I'm gonna get back to it at some point. I'll just see when I have the strength again. I had baby ordered from the JP's. Ah, dude, I need to start asking people for help. Honestly, I feel like I could have gotten a lot more stuff in general if I just, you know, ask for help. Maybe. But I don't want to bother people, so I'm like, oh well, it is what it is, and hope for the best. That's just kinda, I guess, how it goes, but that's just me. And yeah, and also Chrome and Translate with the browser. Yeah, I figure it helps. I got lazy. That's unfortunately my excuse. But, you know, I don't get any pin for that, so I guess I'll learn my lesson at this point. Maraki, I'm strong and broke. It's hard out here. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, even with my 3 Oshis, I have to hold back. Like, I cannot get everything. There need to be priorities. There's some merch where I have to stop and think to myself, okay, do I like this enough to display it, you know? I mean, I probably would, but like, do I like this merch enough to risk potentially not getting something else that might be better? So, yeah, just kind of keep making sacrifices, kind of. Oh, hello! Hello! Oh god, I never realized how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Ka? Let's say like that for now, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. That's kind of how I said it in my head up until now. But thank you for dropping by. I hope you're having fun. You dropped in when I'm drawing rippers. Lovely. I can't imagine having less than 5 Oshis. I mean, listen, all of them genuinely are so lovable. I feel like I would pretty much call the majority of them Oshis, just like by likability. But if I'm not actively watching them, you know, and keeping up because I physically can't, then I feel like it would be wrong to call somebody an Oshi. Again, just me personally. Like, I would feel a little bit guilty because I'm not keeping up. But yeah, genuinely, they're all such lovely people. I could just look at them and go, wait, I love you. Oh, just Emmy? Okay. Emmy it is. And I'm probably still gonna use your full legal name from now on, but I'll try to remember for Emmy. It's cute. My attention span only allows me to have 1 or 2 Oshis. Yeah, same. Like, I was only actively following Vox for I think two or so years. Yeah, actually, like from debut, and then it took about a year for Holostars until they came out, and then I was resisting, like actively resisting checking out Shinri because I knew I would like get attached. Like, I saw right from the start he was a really sweet dude, and that I would have a lot of fun watching his streams, but I could not afford it until I caved. I think it was during one of Vox's longer breaks, and I was like, okay, I need somebody to watch, like, in the background. Gave Shinri a chance, and I got stuck in that rabbit hole. And then a couple months back, I was like, you know, Claude looks really cool. Let me check him out. And yeah, I have been prisoner ever since. Which is lovely. Oh, wait. Group ordering is great if you don't mind a longer wait. Yeah, that's what I ended up doing for the novel. I had to get a group order because for some reason the shipping just did not work for my area. So I ended up doing a group order, and yeah, it was delivered recently. I am waiting for it to be shipped here, and I can't wait. Like, even if I'm waiting longer, I'm really looking forward to just having it in my hands finally. Baby carries? Yeah, I can imagine. Hi Foxy Bori, thanks for dropping in. I hope you're having fun so far with me just doodling our baby girl. And just rambling. I used to think I wasn't into merch, so I didn't get any for my first few months of being a kindred. Yeah, same here, honestly. I figured, oh, like, it looks kind of pretty, but they're probably not gonna ship this all the way out here. Like, I'm over in the Balkans, and I was like, you know, it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna bother, or it's gonna cost too much. And then at one point, I got so deep into it and ended up getting some. It was for their half-year anniversary. It took me like 6 months, yeah, until I caved. And funny story, it took them a full year to deliver that to me. I still don't know why, but I was waiting on that. Like, I gave up on it. I was waiting so long, I just gave up. I figured, okay, it's lost, it's a goner, you know, no merch for me. And then a year later, they're like, oh, your order has been shipped. I'm like, dude, thanks, I guess. And then from the moment I got that email, it took like a couple weeks, maybe a month until it arrived. So I was like, okay, cool. I guess now I have it. It's almost their 2-year anniversary and I have the half-year merch. Cool. Again, I don't even want to say it. Grippers Taskaru, please. Please. Like, this is the one time I'm gonna show them off for free. After that, it's getting like paywalled. I saw Meru. Oh god, I didn't reply to that. But Mero, commented that she keeps the grippers behind a paywall on her OnlyFans, and like, yeah, I feel like she would. Like, girl needs to finance her PC build and like these outfits. She needs to like pay for them somehow. Also for the hairstylist. The poor hairstylist that needs to straighten out this whole mess into like this. Man, that takes money. So yeah, grippers are getting paywalled by her. I don't make the rules. But yeah. My personal definition for Oshi is someone you watch solo streams of, but I'm an enjoyer of most everyone in collabs. Yeah, that's also fair. I feel like for quite a few folks, I do enjoy to watch them just, you know, having their own stream, solo one. It's just I don't have the time to keep up with everything, and unfortunately my own mind tells me, oh, if you don't know every little, you know, lore detail, inside joke in the community and the chat, like if you don't get the references, like you're not real. Not a real fan. Which is, again, like, now at this moment I can say, yeah, that's not true, of course. But when I'm just alone with my thoughts, that's just what my brain tells me. And I'm like, oh, I'm not worthy to call myself, you know, a part of this or that community. So yeah, for now I just say, yeah, I have 3 Yoshis. And that's it. I have a million Oshis. I'm a fan of other corporas and indies and idols as well. Whoa. I'm just that kind of person. I'm like, on one hand, I get it. Like, there's a reason why they have a platform. There's a reason why they have such a, you know, massive community. They are lovely folks. Like, I wish I could I should like clone myself and have one of me dedicated to just, you know, checking out what they're up to and supporting their projects and like whatever they are putting their effort and passion into. Like, that would be amazing. And then the other me can just, you know, be a corporate girly and do my job. But yeah, honestly, I salute you for having that many that you can follow. Strongest soldier right here. Jolly. If I would buy merch, I call them Oshi. That's fair. If I watch them routinely and focus on them more, they're Kamioshi. Okay, you know what? Maybe that's the logic I should take from now on. Yeah, actually that's... Maybe I can convince my brain to just switch it up and then, you know, be like that. Because there have been others, like people who I don't even watch all that often, but whose merch is really, really lovely or cute. Like Millie and Reimu. Like, I love them as they are, I just don't have the time to watch. But I see their merch and I'm like, bro, I want to own their merch. I don't in the end because money, but yeah. That's real. I watched a lot of Battle while Vox was MIA. Yeah. Oh god. Battle. I didn't get to watch him for a little bit, but now that I think back on it, I used to catch quite a lot of his streams. Like, funnily enough, as chaotic as he can get, I would usually like put him in the background, like, how do you put it? Maybe this is how a lot of people do watch streams. I tend to, for example, draw while I'm watching, and then sometimes I focus more on the stream, sometimes less. For example, with Vox, I will listen very intently to what he's talking about. With Battle, I somehow turn off my brain a little bit more, and I just hear him yapping or potentially screaming in the background. I'm like, yep, you go, boy. I call them Kamioshi when thinking about them makes me want to eat and spin around in a happy circle all day long. Yes, that's so real. I'm gonna be honest, I have one clip of Millie where she just oh, when was it again? I think it was one of their recent trips to Japan. I want to say it's the one where they all went a couple months ago. And she was talking about everybody that she met and like how it was, you know, like reminiscing about everything. And at one moment she goes like, oh, you know, who can we talk about? Oh, Shu, we can talk about Shu. And she lets out the most gremlin laugh I have ever heard from her, and I love it. It's so stupid, but like whenever I'm sad, I just play that short clip and I'm like, yep, everything is fine. I just love the way she laughs. It makes me so happy. So yeah, I feel that. You know, like she's like one person who I can't catch often, but she has those little moments. I'm like, yes, baby girl. You know, like whatever makes you happy, baby. You could put a mosaic blur on her feet for the ref sheet. That would be so funny. Actually, I might just do that. Like, I will keep one with the actual grippers for myself, but on the reference sheet that I post, it's like either mosaic or the black square. There we go. Maybe I can open up like a Coffee or Patreon or something to get the full reference sheet. Would be funny. And her Kylo Ren Dakimakura. Oh, you gave me an idea. Oh, you gave me an idea. Wait, I'm just gonna I need to leave that as a note for myself. Kylo, Ren, Ducky. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna add that to her at one point. I don't know if it's going on the ref sheet, but I have this thing I want to add as much like stupid stuff about her on the reference sheet itself. It could be separate drawings. They really could be, but I just feel like it would be funny if, you know, she had all of the stupidity showing right on the reference sheet. You know, you get to see it right off the bat. Good for her, make that bank. Yep. I mean, you know, a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. Hiroshi is whoever you wrote it in your head when you zone out. Yep. Yep. And, oh, I don't want to be aware of how much I do that, so I'm not gonna say anything more. But yeah, just there's spinning PNG in my head like 24/7. My Kamiyoshis are all British, save me. Oh, my condolences. Like 1/3 of my Yoshis are, so I feel you a little bit. The only thing like I'm worried about, I'm not sure which time zone you're in. So if you're on like America time zone and he always streams at like Europe times, I'm so sorry. I was so blessed that my Oshi is in my own time zone. Like, once I started watching Shinri, I started to realize the struggle, because by my time he always streams at 3 a.m. Like, genuinely every single stream is 3 a.m. and I could hold out sometimes, because my shift at work was different. I would work from 5 p.m. until 1 a.m. so I would still be awake. I could catch at least a little bit of his stream, you know, so it was fine, and then finish whatever I didn't catch in the morning. But now, since my shift has changed, I cannot. Sometimes I'll go back and watch a VOD, but it's a struggle. Honestly, not being able to watch someone often, but loving them in vibes and merch and stuff is totally enough to say you're a fan if you want to. Yeah, I think that's fair. Like, if we're talking about who I like, who I'm a fan of, like everybody, every single one of them is just a sweetie, a darling, a baby. I just feel bad, like, if I'm talking about an Oshi, then I feel like, oh, I need to be doing more, you know, be more present to properly call them an Oshi. But yeah, that's just my my brain. Wait, let me get a little sippy. Love Millie, she's us? Yep. Yeah, she's just the vibes. Amazing vibes. If I had a nickel for every Yoshi I had that was someone I adored in their PL and then happened to show up in a corpo alike and instantly become my Kamiyoshi, but I never catch them live with time zones, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't much, but it's weird that it happened twice. Oh god, I never really get to watch indies, because genuinely any free time that I do have just goes to the Oshis that I currently have. I feel a little bit bad. Like, I want to check out what the indie scene is doing. Like, I know there's amazing talents out there, but unfortunately, corporate life has me in shackles. I wish there was more time in a day. There's a lot more people I would just love to support. Or even just check out, you know? I know I can't really support everybody that I think is amazing, which is also unfortunate. But you know, at least to see what they're up to. I didn't save so far. Jesus. If you did it, you should censor it with a large link to the coffee. Yeah. I would just like go. Wait. Yeah, there we go. And then also like. And also, oh god. I forgot there's 4 of them. My bad. But yeah, basically that. I forgot the size of my brush. Fuck. I think it was this. You can make like items, props, reference do with the ducky, her favorite mug, her girly essentials. Yes, I want to do. I love reference sheets that have like all kinds of little tidbits about the character, like their favorite items, what they do, you know, in different poses, like activities that they do often. If I keep going, this reference sheet is just gonna be massive. I'm not gonna have space for every single thing. But it will also kind of be funny just to have a reference sheet with like 20 Voxannes, just to show the range. We can trade Kamiyoshis. Yeah, that also feels valid. 5 to 9 a.m. my time is when Vox usually streams. Oh, ouch. So if anything, he's contributed to fixing my sleep schedule somewhat. Yeah, I mean, if he streams a little bit later, in like let's say 7-9 a.m. by your time, that would be nice. Like, you know, okay, 10-11 p.m. I'm going to sleep, gotta catch my Oshi in the morning. So I feel like that would also be pretty nice. For me, Vox's streams are usually well, I guess the recent ones were like 12 p.m, 1 p.m, but a few months back it was usually like 2-3 p.m, which is also nice at this point, because it's while I'm at work, but luckily I'm no longer like actively talking to customers, so I can just have the stream in the background while, you know, I do my thing and he's yapping, and it's a win-win. I always find it really nice when Shinra is able to stream during EU-friendly times. Some of my friends are in that time zone, and I'm happy for them. Yes, I am that friend. I am the friend that's struggling. Like, every once in a while he will stream a little bit earlier, and I am so happy. Like, I can finally catch him. The only indie I've ever really been into is Shoto. Yeah, I would watch him more if he was on YouTube instead of Twitch. Honestly, yeah, Yeah, the first time I started streaming, maybe some of you remember, it was on Twitch. And I think I still want to at some point go back to it, or maybe do like both Twitch and YouTube. But it's kind of, at least for me, intimidating. Probably because I don't have a habit of using it often. There's a whole bunch of features that I just am not familiar with. And even if it sounds stupid, I feel like I'm too old to keep up with everything at this point. So yeah, like I'll go on Twitch sometimes to see if there's like one of the maybe 4 or 5 people that I follow there, see if they're online, and if not, I just close it. Fortunately, don't spend a lot of time over there, which feels like a shame. I feel like I could find a whole lot of people if I just stuck around over there, but I don't know, YouTube feels a lot more comfortable, at least for me at this point. Probably because I just keep watching corpo VTubers, but oh well. Wait. Peel thing is so real, except I don't find out I knew who they were until way later after wishing them. Yeah, you just have like a calling. You don't even realize it's them, but it's the same vibes, so you just wish them right then and there. And if it takes months to realize, you're like, oh, wait a minute. I know you. I need all my free time just to stay alive and clean. Yeah, like I don't clean all the time. I usually leave it for weekends, and then work days are, you know, just for some little stuff, but still, just even those little things can take a lot of time. You know, I think, oh, I'm just gonna do this real quick. Nope. Took you 2 hours. Jenny, 2 feet? Oh god. Oh god. Okay, we have Jimmy 2 years and Jenny 2 feet. Oh god. I hate it, but I'm gonna write it down. It was good. Where was, oh, not there. This. Ah, Jesus. Jenny. Yeah. There we go. I'm keeping that. Unfortunately, or fortunately, we'll see. We'll see. I hope it sticks. That's funny. There can never be enough Voxannes. Yep. Genuinely, I feel like she's really, really versatile, and I want to see more people, you know, just have their own spin at her design. Just see how it goes. See. Indies are fun. I think what they bring is more individuality over routine, yeah, and big community that intermingle with others. Yeah, genuinely the one downside of corpos is that they do have to deal with a lot of restrictions. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it too much, but yeah, you know, having to, or just having managers having to approve everything, or, you know, having ideas that may be amazing, but, you know, they're shut down for one reason or another. I'm not too familiar with the entire process. But, you know, I feel like a lot of people that are in corpos have a lot more potential compared to what we are seeing. you know, they're working within the limits that they have, which is genuinely still really commendable. But yeah, indies definitely can fuck around and find out a whole lot more in comparison. Okay. This isn't Voxanne, it's Vox, and there's always more of them. Yep. As I said, I feel like everybody could just go ahead and make their own version of Voxanne, just whatever their headcanon is. And that's not because I just want to see a bazillion versions of her. You know, that is not my bias whatsoever. I just think it will be a good creative outlet. Yeah. It's so much easier to wake up in the morning when it's Vox time. Yeah, like however much you feel that it's like, oh, bed nice and warm, outside cold and unforgiving. If you have a Vox stream to look forward, you're like, yippee! You know, and have the strength to get up. I'm lucky that I have a couple of things that just force me to get up from bed, because before, when I worked at 5 to 1 shift, I would just laze around in bed for hours after waking up. Like, I wasted so much time just doing nothing because I didn't have a reason to get up early. You know, I would wake up by, let's say, 10 a.m. and stay in bed until like 12, for example. Oh, and now that I think about it, holy shit. That's a lot of wasted time. I'm not gonna think about that. If I do, I'm just gonna get mad. But yeah, having something as a motivation to, you know, get up soon after waking up, hell yeah. And if it's Vox, it's just a little bonus. Oh wait, I lost the chat. Wait. I was going slow because I thought the chat slowed down. I need to catch up. Wait. Since I'm British, Vox solo streams are great for me, but it means I squint and judge him whenever he's in collab, like at like 4 a.m. or something. Yeah, any collab that he has at like really late nights, I'm like, skipping VOD gang. But hey, at least it's something that I can look forward to later on. Walk is morning for me when I should be waking up, but that's hard these days. Yeah, especially since it's been getting colder. It's a struggle to get up. Although waking up to Demon being like, yippee, yeah, I bet it's nice. Although a couple of times when he streamed at like let's say 12 p.m. back while I was lazy and I didn't know it would be at 12 p.m. You know, I just wake up at like 11:45 and I see a notification on Twitter like, hey guys, I'm going live in a bit. I'm like, what? Wait, hold up. at least give me a heads up earlier. But that's just me. Honestly, I shouldn't get to complain because 99% of the times his streams are just at a good time for me. At least compared to a lot of people in a different area, so yeah, I really shouldn't complain. Twitch is kind of culty, if that makes sense. I'm not sure. I guess I haven't been there too much to say. For me, it's just an unfamiliar, unexplored area. Twitch's discovery is unfortunately really bad. Yeah, I did see that. Unless you already have a really high view count, it's really hard to, you know, show up in like the recommended area, which can suck for new timers. But again, I didn't spend too much time there, perhaps luckily. But yeah, I didn't get too familiar with how everything works over there. What is going on? It's got its own culture, like there's an entire ecosystem in there. I feel, yeah, probably. I mean, if they're used to acting a certain way, well, I guess it's kind of like with any community, where you just get used to one type of, let's say, talking or inside jokes, even if it's like a whole platform. I guess they just have their own way of how they work. Not realizing until like a year later I knew them. Yeah. But twice now I've been like, yay, let's watch new trailer, and then point at my screen violently, hearing a voice like, I know that tone. 3 times? Damn. Like, I mean, it's cool that you know so many people and creators. For that, like, again, hats off. And as well, if you know them well enough to recognize voices, maybe I'm just weak with that, but for me, if you can just recognize the voice immediately, it's like, okay, yeah, you paid proper attention to them, which is cool. The way you write ends is really quirky. Yeah, I got it from my German language teacher back in grade school. Because usually, you know, whenever I'm writing, I would just be like, na na na, and, you know, like normal people. But then I saw her, and she would always do it this way. Always like that. And I thought it was so cool. My, like, 13-year-old ass was like, oh, that's so cool, it's different, I like it, I'm gonna do it that way. And now it's just, it stuck with me. I had to teach myself and actively be like, or like I would, you know, write something and then write end like this, and even if I'm rushing to write what the teacher is talking about, I'd be like, no, erase it, do it the right way. Well, not the right way, but do it in the fun way. But yeah, I kind of got used to it at this point. I really like it. Ren is one of the ones I had it with too. Oh, Ren and Arissa and Liz from Holo for me. Nice. Fuck, it was such a trip because I'm like, This Mara has been in my life for multiple years before Nietzsche. What the fuck? Oh yeah, oh well. Now I can't talk about it too much. I never knew of him before, but seeing the spaces where he was active afterwards, after I got to know him from Niji, I was like, man, I wish I was in that fandom. Like, I wish I could experience what you went through of like recognizing him and be like, I feel like it would be funny, but it wasn't in it at that point. I lost the chat again. God dang it. Vox streams are like a warm fireplace in me. Yeah. I feel like more often, for me, it would be kind of with Shinri, where, you know, I could just play his stream in the background because I know for a fact that man will never scream. Like, if it's horror, if it's something funny, like just chatting, whatever he's doing, he's not gonna just up and scream out of nowhere. And like, as much as I love Vox, I need to be awake when I'm watching his stream. Like, awake and have my hand on the volume at all times, just, you know, ready. Because I mean, I don't have to say because, we all know why. Like, I love the dude, but his pipes are something else. Especially because it's most of the time without any warning. He'll just go monkey mode out of nowhere, and I'm like, buddy, wait. My volume, my ears, please. Mercy. But yeah, the coziest, at least for me, is Wee Wee, because I know it's gonna be chill, just vibes at all times, which is perfect for me. Oh god, I was... Oops. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Ball, thank you. I love the ponytail on her as well. There's just something about high, messy ponytails. I was thinking about giving her like a low pigtail, you know, like from here. But no, just these lines right here. Oh, I love it. It's just like a free serotonin boost for me. I'm not sure why, but it works miracles for my little noodle. Okay, apologies for anybody that's not a fan of grippers, but I have to rip this band-aid off if I want to color her afterwards. I'm gonna try to be quick. I mean, I could have given her like closed slippers, but you know, I'm not afraid of the dogs, so they're staying. Imagine having a crush on your Oshi for 6+ years. I was going nuts, but I'll keep it at that. Yeah, man, strongest soldier. We have too many strong soldiers in here. Yeah, waste so much time doing just nothing. Yeah. Gorillas are fine. I just wish there was at least 12-hour notice before, because sometimes I'd be asleep. Yeah. Like, again, I'm lucky because most times I can just, you know, hop in and it's fine. But for example, during this Japan trip, it was a bit of a struggle because they would stream at a bit of a different time compared to before,
And if it's without notice, or if the notice comes in the middle of the night, for me at least, I'm screwed. You know, I just wake up and they're either already finishing up or, you know, already finished like ages ago. I'm like, what? So I have another VOD in my to watch list. I'm gonna fix these later. I remember like years back, I realized that I was really avoiding to draw feet in any capacity. And at one point, my teenage self got so sick of it. You know, it's like the same as when you're a kid and you don't want to draw hands, so you keep drawing them behind the character's back or something like that. That was me with feet at some point. So I found a whole bunch of references online, drawings. I didn't want to look at real feet still. But I found a whole bunch of references and just drew them like insane. I think there was like 40 fucking feet that I drew within a day or two, you know, like for practice. And it was great. Honestly, I had a lot of fun with it. But didn't practice them a lot since then, so I still struggle a bit. Actually, maybe if I just use the references as an artist should, I wouldn't be struggling, but I tend to be a little bit lazy to look them up. Because I know the second that I stop drawing, you know, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go look for references. And then I open, let's say, Pinterest, and I start looking for something, and then I see something completely unrelated, and I forget what I was doing. And then I open Twitter, and then I completely lose the plot. And, you know, I blink and it's been 20 minutes and I made no progress. And I'm like, man, just wanted some feet. I said that this monster is gonna keep me alive, but I've taken like 2 sips so far. Watch him drop an early Zatsu or something just because we're talking about it. Probably. Highly likely, like, or did we just jinxed it? Maybe it's not a gorilla anymore, but still, I mean, yeah, I think with gorilla streams it's usually like unannounced or unplanned, but yeah, at least a bit more of a heads up would be nice. I feel like Twitch has more minors on it for some reason, but I don't have anything to back that up, like normal people. I don't know, I feel like I lost the plot. I lost the thought. I'm sorry. I forgot what I was gonna say. The 3 people it happened with are all singers, and 2 of those are musical inspos for me. I think it'd suck if I didn't recognize their voice. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That makes actually a lot more sense now. Like, if you follow them for music and you listen to it a lot, yeah, that makes genuinely a lot of sense. For me, at least when it comes to just a talking voice, it takes me a lot to get used to it. Like, especially, for example, when a new wave debuts, and then they join a collab, I struggle so much to follow who's who's saying what. I am lost completely. Like, even to this day, for a couple of streamers that I didn't have the chance to watch a lot, but you know, I'm getting into them slowly, I've come to realize just how much I don't know their voice as soon as they, as soon as they're in a bit of a bigger group, I get so lost on who's saying what. So it takes like full brain capacity to just follow along. Although in the end, usually I'll just rely on clips with color-coded subtitles to realize who the hell said what. It's Struggle Town, but the fun kind, I guess. Another thing I should practice is probably slippers. Or just shoes in general, but we kinda don't want.
Oh, hi, Nicola. Hi, I'm so sorry. This is probably way too late since you sent it to the chat. But hi, thank you for dropping in. I'm, as you probably noticed, a little bit slow with reading chat. But yeah, hello. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, would have never come across him if he hadn't joined Niji, and I'm glad he did. Yeah, like, it was Fate. He was genuinely the first one that I watched. Or no, I'm lying. The first VTuber that I like properly checked out was actually Kenmochi Toya from the JP branch, because I had a friend who has him as like their Kamiyoshi, and I didn't really understand it all too well at the beginning. I was like, oh, what the hell is, I mean, I was aware of VTubers, but I didn't really give them too much of a chance. But they were like raving about Kamochi so much, and I was like, okay, fine, let me check it out. And I watched a couple of his clips, and whatever kind of dynamic he has with his own chat, amazing. Like, I loved it so much. They just fuck around. I think it was the stream where he like was reading marshmallows after he was gone for a while. And I remember there was one, like, a lot of people said all kinds of stupid random shit, but there was one who just went like bark 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 bark, barking or something. And he was like, oh, here's what happens to my folks in my marshmallows as soon as I'm gone. Like, some lose brain cells, some go wild, some turn into dogs, some go through the evolution just backwards. I can't remember the exact words, but I love that clip, and I didn't get the chance to watch him a lot ever since then, but he's still very dear to my heart, and I'll stop to look at some of his clips. Sometimes drop into the stream, and like, my Japanese understanding is very basic level, but I'll drop in, see what the hell is going on, usually be completely baffled, and leave with a smile on my face. That's how it usually goes. I feel like I'm gonna redo this foot, but I can leave it at this for now. It's fine. I love Shinri streams for that, but he loves you to sleep all the time. Yeah, that's kind of what I also do, is just play him in the background and fall right asleep. But honestly, I love him for it, because I know it's safe, I can nap, and I will not be jump scared at any point. Her ponytail kind of reminds me of his old school RuneScape character. Does it?
Didn't that character have like really, really small pigtails? I think it was something like, oops. Oh, I lost my color. There we go. Something like, you know, those little guys that go here. Like that. Oh god, now that I think about it, I drew his old school RuneScape character a couple of times. Like, she was cute. But yeah, I think it was like these little pigtails. Unless he made a new one and I just didn't follow or didn't see. But yeah. Just look at your own foot, queen. Dude, if I could look at my own feet from like at this angle, I would be concerned. Although maybe I could install just get one of those floor mirrors that you see in a shoe store, you know, and just keep it right next to my table, so whenever I need a reference I just, you know, pull out my own grippers for reference. Although I don't know how I would explain it to anybody that comes over, but yeah, could be useful. I really appreciate Fugi's helping you see who's talking in groups. Yeah, you can see their lips moving on their models too if they're doing that. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely easier with Fugi's because they just simply, you know, light up and that's it. I know when they're talking, when they're quiet. When it's their model, sometimes even then I get a little bit lost. Because, you know, sometimes they move when they're taking a sip of their drink, when they, you know, are just looking around, when they're gasping or something, they're not really talking, could just be reacting. But yeah, I can still get a little bit lost in that. So Fugi's are great. Honestly, the best guide for me. If they don't have it, I'm fucked. Like, there's no saving me. Then I have to wait for the clips. Like, it's hard to miss Doppio and Vox, and in regard to the PL thing, it's hard to miss ARB or Ren. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you were in those spaces, yeah, like it would definitely be instantly recognizing them. I feel my ass just was not in it. Unfortunately, I was missing out. There we go. It's harder for me to differentiate girls with higher voices. Yeah. I honestly struggled for a long time to start watching any of the girls, really, for that exact reasons. I really didn't like the high-pitched voices. I feel like, I guess to an extent, maybe that was prejudice on my part, I guess, because I would see random clips in the wild before I actually got into VTubers, and I would see, you know, girls with really high-pitched voices, and I genuinely don't like it. Like, whether they are faking it or it's their natural voice, I can't say anything on that, but I didn't like to hear it, you know, one way or the other. So I just kind of stayed away from it. But I'm glad that with Niji, honestly, all of the girls sound really nice. Like, I'm comfortable listening to them. Like, no issue. So, that has been really great. Again, I'm going back to Millie, but genuinely, I love her voice. I love the way she talks. It's always super chill. Well, chill is maybe not the right word, but you know, very comfortable listening to her. Fuck is the best way to tell? It's so hard when there's a collab where you just have the games to go by, especially if they don't have custom avatars. Yep. I feel like a lot of the times when they play, for example, Lethal Company, where it's proximity chat, I'm like, ooh, I get lost so easily. Yeah, especially if they have a similar pitch or tone. Yeah, it can get really tricky, but I guess as you watch more of them, you know, get used to them, you start to recognize and make the difference between them, and then it becomes easier. Vox was the first Niji I watched. Yeah, basically well, yeah, let's say Niji EN. But then even with Toya, I didn't actively watch him, just, you know, checking out from time to time. So yeah, I still want to say like Vox was the first. My pipeline was Sakura Miko clip on Reddit, Bekura Korone, General Holo JP clips, Oya Kelly, Holo Ian, Vox Shoto Niji Ian. Damn, you went through a lot of them. But I feel like, you know, whatever pipeline guided you to where you are now, I'm very grateful for it, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna get too sappy here, but I am really glad that we ended up in the same communities and that I got to know you. So, yeah, again, whatever got you here, I am really grateful. Well, just really grateful that we ended up here. Well, not just you, but everybody here and everybody in the general Vox community. I'm just glad I got to meet a whole bunch of lovely folks. I think it's the first, well, yeah, the first community I'm properly a part of. And it wasn't like a short fling. Like, I've been here for 3 years. Is it 3 years? Yeah. And I plan to stay as long as it lasts. So yeah, I'm really glad we're all in it together. Kizunai, first video was my beginning. I'm an OG baby. Yeah, I knew of Kizunai, but I never really watched her. Man, what a waste, man. I wish I was part of the era. I can't really remember what I was into back during those times, but if I could go back and just tell my younger self, like, dude, check this out, you're gonna like it. I wish I could tell past Taru that, but oh well, I still ended up here in the end, so I tell myself that's all that matters. Vox was the first for me, then Luca, Fu, and Sunny. Then it kinda branched out to a lot of people after that, but recently it's just been Vox. Yeah, similar for me. I think I actually first... what was it? When Luxium debuted, I think I was first... I don't want to say primarily watching, but I did watch a lot of Mista and Vox simultaneously. And then it kind of drifted more towards Vox. But then also, you know, checking out Luca and then the other boys. Fulgur took me a little bit of time to get into. I guess I didn't like the initial act that he was putting on. But I'm glad it was basically just a joke and for show, and that he just, you know, went natural after that. Because he's honestly such a joy to have in the community. I feel like he's the one, if I talk about for a little bit too long, I will get emotional. But yeah, he's just a really sweet dude. So I'm glad to catch him whenever I can. It's always a good time. I did watch his Homicipher streams a little bit ago. It was so much fun. And especially if there's a game that I'm interested in, but let's say I know I won't have time to play myself, so I just want to watch somebody play it, I basically wait for him to play it, because whatever's going on in the story, you know, if there's any subtleties or anything, I just wait for Fuchan to play it. I just know he cannot miss. Like, for example, with mouthwashing, I was specifically waiting for him to play it because I wanted that to be how I experienced the game, through his gameplay. Because I knew, like, I already saw the fandom had, like, all kinds of different discussions about the characters, about what happened, and while I was avoiding spoilers, I realized, okay, so there's a lot of subtleties here, like hints or maybe something that maybe not everybody will pick up on or will get confused about. So I was like, okay, Fuchan is the one who will pick up on it, and like he will not get his shit mixed up. So I waited for him to play it, had an amazing time. I'm glad that was how I experienced the mouthwashing story for the first time. So that was great. He's a darling. I keep losing chat, Jesus. She had picked. Oh yeah, the old school RuneScape, yeah. Voxanne with those short pigtails could be a woo. Ho ho ho. Yeah, actually. For one of the portraits that I mentioned, giving her the pigtails. Hell yeah. Pigtails. Let's just call it that. So I can come back to it. Yeah, it'll be funny. Well, not funny, but cute. To also have a version of her. Almost like cosplaying the character. Meta cooking? Yep. Meta is always cooking. Jesus Christ. Sometimes I wish I had your brain for like a day just to see the ideas that are swimming around in there, but I'm afraid I would get overloaded. Like, the kitchen is 24/7. Always working. I wonder if she'd cosplay her old school RuneScape. Yeah, she would. She 100% would. Like, look at this woman. She would cosplay anything and everything, including the old school RuneScape character. I'm gonna do that. I'm sure this was done already. But I'm still gonna note it down. Yeah, that's gonna go. Honestly, I'm just gonna say it right here at this point. Like, if you have any ideas, like what you wanted to see her, but maybe didn't see somebody do it before, let me know. Let me know. At this point, this reference sheet is gonna be massive. So yeah, just gonna be adding anything and everything. Let me see if I just missed. No, I think that's about it for the lines there. Does your Roxanne have any piercings besides ears? I thought about it. Any minor any details like that, I'm gonna think about more. Like piercings, tattoos, I want to give her more. I was thinking at one point, like, oh, do I want to give her like snake bites? Do I want to give her eyebrow piercings? Do I want to just put a whole bunch of holes in her ears? I thought about having a belly button piercing. Nippies, maybe. I really like those that are kind of at the nape of the neck. It's just like two studs at the nape. I don't know why those are really hot for me. I was thinking about it too. There's a lot of options. I'm gonna think about it. Like whatever I draw here tonight, I'm not calling final because I'm gonna be like coming back and adding more onto her. I just wanted to stream tonight, so maybe I rushed into it a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna be thinking about those details a little bit more and then adding them as I go through it. Proximity chat, my beloved. Yeah, it makes for amazing moments, like in the stream itself, but for understanding what's going on, God help me. Yeah, I love you too, Mero. Yeah, I relate to these messages at this point, but I love you all. Really, I'm happy to be part of this community with so many amazing people. Like, I'm usually too shy to interact. There have been countless, and I mean countless times that I see somebody's post and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna comment something, you know, and then I don't. Why? Because I got shy and I think, oh, well, why the fuck do they care, you know, or your comment doesn't really contribute anything, you know, don't bother them. Just the stupid stuff that probably a lot of us think, like when the insecurity kicks in. But I'm always happy to see what everybody's doing on the timeline, and I'm like, hee a little silent observer, and I see a whole bunch of people. I'm like, hee. We love Tyrol say in unison, shush. Shush. That are using time travel for VTubers instead of good. Yeah. Do you know how many times I thought to myself, man, if I could just go back in time and tell my teenage self to like prepare for this era, like don't slack off with your art, start thinking about a model while you're 15. I don't give a shit. Are you shy? I don't give a fuck. Do it. Just do it. Fulfill my future dreams, please. Yeah, I'm like, oh, are there any events in my life that I want to change? Like, to fix that I regret? No. Just prepare for the VTuber era. Like, everything that happened to me so far has built up my character. That stays, but I needed to be better prepared for this. Unfortunately, little baby me didn't have future vision. What a fool.
Yeah, exactly. Preparing for this era when I'm an actual, you know, adult and have the option to do a lot of stuff, being prepared for it, that would be good. Yeah, what matters now is we can enjoy Roxanne. Yeah, I'm here to provide. I'm here to feed. Bon appetit. That was cringe, sorry. Okay. Imagine being me. Yeah. Do you think she does cosplay on OnlyFans? Yes. Yes, she does. Yes, she fucking does. You know she does. It's just that office works. Oh, it'd be cool to see her in some of the Aquaverse fits, dude. Oh, I need to go back to that. Oh, wait. I'm not gonna be like properly drawing anything at this point. I'm just gonna be noting down the ideas. Wait. Plus, oh, what was the word for it? Honestly, I get these ideas sometimes as well, and then I have them while I'm unable to draw, while I'm busy, and then the second I sit down, oops, to actually draw something, my brain is gone. I no longer remember anything that I wanted to do. So this time I'm gonna properly start noting everything down. The bucket tool is great, but I always miss some little parts. Yeah, like here. There we go. School gangsta. Oh, listen, in those oh, what were they called? In the old school Japanese girl Yankee with the long skirts. What were those called? I'm gonna think about that for a while now. Thank you. Wait, I'm just gonna note it down like this, and I'll remember what it meant. Oops. Okay, until I remember the proper name for it, I'm gonna call it long skirt. And that would especially go well with the ponytail. It fits right in. So that is great. The belly button piercing would go, there would go so hard. Yeah, I'm really thinking about adding it. Just, why not? I think it would be great. Oh, hi Mimi! Hello, I'm sorry. I mentioned this whenever somebody new comes in. I am way late to read the chat, but hello, welcome in. How are you doing? She's beautiful, thank you! I can't scream too loud, it's pretty late here, but thank you. I'm not sure if I showed it at any point so far. But yeah, these are the sketches that I have, both for, you know, a bit more
casual at home vibes, you know, chilling alone, and then girl bossing on the right side. That's like, you know, when the world is actually supposed to see her, she will girl slay at that time. Entering the kinder community was such a gift for real. But I feel you, Tara, when it comes to being shy. I'm a lurker 80% of the time. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And like, I get conscious about like, how do you put it? Oh, do these people know me? Am I just gonna be like a completely random stranger walking into the bar? You know, walking into somebody's conversation like, howdy. But yeah, I feel like, I mean, I don't know, now when I'm not supposed to walk into somebody's conversation, technically, I guess now that you're all in my domain, I feel comfortable. But yeah, whenever I see like somebody's post, I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't bother them. You know, like as long as you guys are having fun, I'm good just, you know, watching, lurking. Not gonna lie, I probably would tell myself the same thing to hop on Vox sooner rather than later. Yeah, yeah, I was lucky. The friend that I mentioned that really liked Kanmochi, um, they actually were the one to post like, hey, check out this guy, he's really, you know, eloquent, has a really nice voice, you know, he speaks very nice, like check him out. And I was like, okay, sure. Like, I liked Kanmochi because of you, because you recommended him, and I was like, okay, sure, I'll check out Vox, and here I am. Here I fucking am 3 years later. Me Dragon Fox. Oh god. I am borrowing all of your brains. Oh god. Same with writing, brain just goes empty. Yeah, I feel like it's the same with any creatives, really. Like, the moment you're restricted from creating is when you have the best ideas. And then, if you're a little bit neurospicy, you're gonna forget it. You're not just gonna forget the ideas that you had, but you're also gonna forget to write them down. And people will be like, oh, well, just, you know, write it down, you know, so you don't forget later. And I'm like, buddy, buddy, the problem isn't just that I am forgetting the idea, I am forgetting to write it down. Like, okay, right in this moment, I'm like, yeah, that is the logical thing to do, just write it down. And okay, this this is the exception. I am writing this time, but usually I would just forget. I would forget that writing exists, and they're like, oh, well, just keep a notepad close, you know? It's not that difficult. And I'm like, buddy, I have a notepad in my, like, field of vision at all time. The problem is it blends into the background. Like, technically I know it's there, but it kind of just doesn't exist in my mind anymore because it's there all the time. I'm just... It's so stupid. It's such a stupid struggle. I feel bad whenever I need to explain it to somebody. Like, recently I had a conversation with my parents, and they just looked at me a little bit concerned. Like, why is this a struggle? I'm like, yeah, I have actually been struggling with this for a long time. I just never told you shit. Because I felt that it was, you know, well, I'll say it now, I don't think so anymore, but I thought it was a stupid struggle. You know, I was like, oh, well, I'm not, I don't know, smart enough to remember something. Like, oh, something is wrong with me, I don't want to admit to it. You know? So I just kind of kept quiet and struggled away. But at this point, I'm like, okay, it's getting to a point where I can recognize it's a problem, but I'm also not the only one with it. Like, it's not that I am defective, let's say. It's just a general struggle that a lot of people have. I'm not a one-off, you know, so it's a little bit easier for me to just mention it to people at this point. But yeah, I still haven't really found a way to just remember, either remember the ideas I had, or to remember to write them down if I'm not able to execute them right away. I mean, I say that, and funnily enough, while I'm streaming, I feel like my brain is engaged. I mean, I have actually been noting down the ideas on that topic. Dragon Voxanne, I wanted to write that down. Okay, the list is just getting longer. Hell yeah. Okay, we have Kylo Ren, Ducky, Jenny, 2 feet, Jesus Christ. The pigtails from Old School RuneScape, or the full outfit, the officer, the long skirt, the dragon. Okay, yeah, we're building. I'm gonna have like stuff to draw for a while. Love it, thank you. Thank you for feeding my brain, honestly. I needed that. I hate when I actually want to write, there's nothing in my head, yeah, to motivate me, but when I can't is when all the ideas pop in. Yeah, definitely every creative struggles with the same thing, apparently. I don't know why. There's probably some kind of research on it that tells us exactly why that is. Is it just that being a creative person comes hand in hand with being like neurospicy? I don't know. Could be. But yeah, there has to be like some correlation between it. There has to be. If I remember, I'm gonna look it up because now I'm curious. Hakama. Oh, wait, am I mixing it up? Ooh. Okay, yeah, I didn't mix it up. Hakama. Wait. Another one to the list. There we go. My handwriting is getting more and more deranged, but oh well, that's fine. Mimi, thank you. Again, very late, but thank you. I'm glad you like her. Having a lot of fun here, and there's gonna be even more of her. Like the 4 that we have here, just the beginning. The whole reference sheet is going to lose the meaning. Well, no. Well, maybe a little bit. Like the point of a reference sheet is to show off all the details of like 1 or maybe 2 outfits. I'm just gonna have a whole bunch. And I'll be like, here you go. Do with that what you will. Group lobotomy? I'm so late to that comment, I don't even remember what I was talking about. But you know, whatever it was, group lobotomy, yes. Like, we can do it on the 31st. No, 30th? Yeah, next Saturday sounds good. Yeah, I don't need to write it down, I'll remember. Yeah, that's what always happens. Always. It's the whole I don't need to write it down, I'll remember it. So peak, yeah! Then you forget and feel dumb later. Yeah, it's...
God, it's so frustrating. And you think to yourself, yes, this is the best idea. There's no way I'm ever going to forget. Like, it's that good. And then you forget. That's when it hurts the most, honestly. Because you know you just lost an amazing idea, but... ah! It hurts. It really hurts. A dairy, hello! So many of the vibes. Yeah, I made a couple. We have been noting down ideas, like more of them, as I'm going through them, and yeah, there's gonna be more of her, a lot more. So yeah, I feel like these were just what I'm starting out with, and what this will turn into by the end, God knows. God knows, honestly. Might redo the face later. I think I like the sketch a little bit more, but oh well. Oh well. Yeah. Was that it? Oh yeah, the slippers. Let's do here. Nice. And oh God, come on. Hate it. There's like a 1.5 pixel gap and it still goes through. Like, chill. There we go. Alright. So one there. Oh, my back. Now that I think about it, I spent most of today in my chair drawing. Like first the 5 or 6 hours for the sketch before the stream, and now this, I'm hanging in there. Yeah, even when you do write things down, they don't remain present in your mind no matter where it is. Yeah. Worst part is like on the occasion that I do remember to write it down and I'm so proud of myself, I lose the paper. And then it's gone again. Like it was just not meant to be. My dragon agenda is spreading. Yes. Dragon Voxanne would activate my neurons so hard. Yeah, I feel like we need more of her, like, with muscles. I think she deserves it, and I want to do that as well. Like, any version that Vox himself had, I feel like I should give it to her as well. I think she deserves to be our muscle mommy, at least for a little bit. I think that would be nice. Old school RuneScape mention, yeah. I've never actually played it myself. I was once tempted to, like when it was one of the first times that he streamed it, and then I realized, oh, I don't really have the time. I'm not too big of a fan of games that require a lot of grinding. Like, sometimes it can feel satisfying, yeah, but you know, I see that or like World of Warcraft and I'm like, man, I don't want to grind the whole time. Like, give me something else. And I know for a fact that RuneScape has a
lot of stuff that it offers. But, you know, just seeing how much time it takes to level anything, how many levels there are, I'm like, man, do you really want to go through that? But yeah, I think when it's something like that, I'm just happy to watch others play it, and I can do my own thing with my free time. It's like 2 in 1. Oh god. Will I have Voxanne in her own 2.0, 3.0? I think I will. Honestly, I want to do like as much as possible. I just want to give her a lot of variety. So yeah, I want to give her like the equivalent of the other outfits that just Fox himself has. These were kind of random, like I stuck with the color scheme, of course, but other than that, I didn't really think about them too much. Wait, there we go. Like, these two are just completely casual, unrelated to anything. This third one, I wanted to give her a more like slay outfit, and I wanted it to kind of keep the elements of her original iconic dress, like with the what was the word? The middle thingy, the corset. I wanted to keep that, the red dress. The old one had like straps, and then the part around her neck. I am very biased towards long, tight sleeves. I really like that. So I was like, okay, that's the part that I want to change. I'll think if I'm gonna give her stockings. I'm not the biggest fan of them. Well, not stockings, fishnets. I'm usually not the biggest fan, but I'll think about it. But yeah, I wanted this one to be a little bit reminiscent of her dress. You know, just keeps at least some elements. And then this last one, it's a little bit funny that when I look at it now, but yeah, I wanted to make her like her own version of his 1.0 outfit. You know, just a white suit, pretty simple, with her own little her own little onikiri there. I'm gonna render you, buddy. And this little freak, who's... I hate drawing that. I'll see if I can hide the belt, because on one hand it would be nice to show it, on the other I don't like drawing that head. I really struggle with it. But yeah, I wanted to give her like one of these shirts, I don't know how to call it, that open up like this. I really like them. I wasn't really sure if it's gonna work, but you know what? I think I like it. It's not like a one-to-one with his outfit, with his 1.0, but I think she would like this. I was also thinking if I wanted her to be in a skirt for this, but I think she slays more in pants. Just something about like women in suits with pants instead of the pencil skirts. I like that a lot more. So yeah, this is kind of the impromptu 1.0 for now. Honestly, I thought I would be a lot more tired at this point, but I feel like I can just keep going, and this was like my third sip of the whole monster can, so yeah, I think the fun is just keeping me going at this point. The cosplay related refs for her could be like a fashion show type thing. That'd be slate. Dude, Dude, that would be so good. Like either a fashion show or maybe like a fashion magazine. Oh, that could be fun. Wait. Another one. Yeah, my handwriting has gone off the rails at this point, but another one on the list. You could try leagues. It speeds up the leveling so much you can get to all the late game content so quickly compared to the main game. It's how I started playing the game. Huh. Maybe. Yeah, if there's like a way to speedrun it, just to make it a little bit easier, I might give it a shot. So that's leagues. Yeah, I might give it a shot that way. Like, it's reassuring to know, excuse me, it's reassuring to know that there is a time saver of sorts. Sassy Simone, hello! Love this version of Voxanne, thank you. Thank you. I wanted to make her my baby girl. This feels a lot more natural. Again, just for me. This is basically just a showcase of my own personal preferences. But yeah, I've been really comfortable drawing her this way for the past couple days, so yeah, I'm gonna be sticking with it. Okay. I had a couple people asking me about my coloring process, to show it off, which I guess now is a good time, but my process is just struggle until you figure shit out every single time. And a lot of the times it will be like different. I'll do things in a different way with a different brush. You know, something will change along the way. Yeah, I feel a little bit inconsistent with it, but we manage. I guess the worst part is always figuring out the light source, because I want to give it like some feeling of like, oh yeah, there is a proper light source other than just like straight ahead, but I usually get lost in the sauce at some point. There's not really a grind in Links. You level up so fast you don't even feel it, and there's a task list so you can always have an idea what to aim for focus on. Not sponsored. Thank you. No, actually that does help out and convince me more, because I can I lost my thought. I can get a little bit discouraged from playing games, especially if I know that they take up a lot of time. Like I wanted to get into Final Fantasy XIV for a while, and I had attempts, but at some point I kind of fade out of it, I guess, because I end up not having enough time. So unfortunately drop it. So any ways that a game can be at least a little bit sped up, I guess, that does help quite a bit. was thinking if I wanted to give her the usual red makeup around the eyes in these casual ones. I decided against it because I have a feeling she just would not bother with those. And then for Vox, it's kind of almost like it's tattooed on him. It's always there. You know, like regardless of his state, the makeup stays on during sex. But I feel like she kind of wouldn't really care. Just do her own thing. Her own little onigiri, yeah! Yeah! I was thinking if I wanted to make like a bit of a different version of onigiri for her, but no. We're keeping the original. He is one of a kind, and I'm not changing that. He's iconic and is gonna stay. Bent arms, my nemesis. This is what I mean, like this whole part, I don't really know what to do with it. It feels off, I'm not sure how to fix it, and then it's what I mentioned where I just struggle away with the coloring. Oh well. Figure it out at some point, I guess. Well, some point basically means one. Like, I'm again doing the thing, like, oh yeah, it's a problem for future me. And that's gonna be me in like 30 minutes from now. Again, cursing myself out. But oh well, we balled through it. Handwriting derails more with every sip of Monster. Actually, yeah, I can I can blame it on Monster. But I don't know. Maybe it's just also that the ideas are getting me excited. So I'm like, yes, write it down quickly while it's still there. Like, write that down. Write that down. Oh, but yeah. Yeah, I could blame it on the Monster. Love the long ponytail. Yeah, like it's been I think a year or two since I drew it for the first time. It was shortly after Vox's 2.0, and I have never been the same ever since. Like my brain chemistry has very much been changed. I just didn't want to draw her that way because, oh, she has her, you know, her iconic look, you know. I didn't want to stray from that, but fuck it. I'm cringe, but I'm free. Also getting a little bit sleepy at this point, but I think at the very least I'll finish shading this one. I think that would be a good wrapping point.
Light sources, please. Gamer Voxanne is a creature of the dark. She games with the lights off. Okay, I mean, if we're going that way, this entire reference sheet would just be whoops. It would just be this. And then maybe, just maybe, a tiny little bit of like screen light on her face. And that's it. That would be the entire reference sheet. Which honestly will make my life a whole lot easier. It would save me so much time. Alas, I think I'm stuck with this. We wanna see her in all her glory. Oh wait, there we go. Shadows, my nemesis. Maybe I should have kept it flat. No. She needs shading. Can you try giving her a slight eye bag? Yes! Jesus, I'm sorry. Sorry, that made me happy. Will this color be alright? Let me see. I might have to go back in with a... Yeah, I think I'll do it with a different one, but... I'm gonna play around with that. I'll leave it like this for now, more so as like a reminder to add the eye bags, and then I'm gonna work them out a little bit more. I'm gonna come back to it, but this way I'm gonna remember. Yes, eye bags, my beloved. Be nice to future you? No. She doesn't deserve it. And future me will say that past me or current me doesn't deserve it, but... No. That's just how I show love to myself. Kind of. With just a bit of banter. Oh my god. Oh my god, give me 1 second. I look to the side and I see my cat finally using the... I got her a little bed that you can like attach to the radiator, and she has been avoiding it for 2 weeks. Until now. She went into it on her own, and oh my god. Oh, I love you, baby. Okay, I don't want to derail too much, but I had to at least take a picture of her real quick. What would 3.0 and 4.0 Voxanne look like in my style? We're gonna find out. Like, sooner or later, we are going to find out. Do you know, I was tempted. Which one was it? Yeah, it was this second sketch. I was looking at her and I drew this on. I was like, do you want to do like just a little bit of like this action here? I was like, should I? I could. I very much could. Should I? And then I thought,
maybe no, maybe save it for like the 3.0 or 4.0. But I don't know. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. I feel like it fits her. Just like the amount of not giving a fuck and her activation. Yeah. Oh, welcome back, Hika. Right to the ties and in this, yeah. I feel like this is gonna stay. Okay, I think you guys are a fan of this. All right. I'm just gonna move this down to the sketches. Hell yeah. Okay, that's gonna stay there. Nice and logged in. Armpit hair? Yeah. Yeah, it came to mind. Like once I drew on this little lovely part here, I was like, bits. But I don't want to be too down bad. Not on main. That can go like on the side account. Like, not on main. But I think I'm gonna leave this here. Just a nice little detail. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm glad we like Harry Voxanne. I'm glad it's a vibe. You can be a subtle freak, it's okay. Yeah, you can have a little bit of down bad as a trait. Yeah, I feel like it's deserved. If I can put in this much effort just to appreciate her, I can probably be a little bit deranged. Yeah. I'll see if I'm brave enough. I fear I may not be, but maybe I grow up here while I'm going through this. I don't really know to properly make things, well, not things, but like skin look soft. Really, any part that I do is just struggle down until it somehow works out. Oh, hello Derry, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for dropping in again. Honestly, we have been brain rotting a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean we just keep piling on the ideas. The latest little tiny bit is this beauty here. Which we decided is going to stay. But yeah, lots of very lovely ideas happening. Hey. Shading depth is nice. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but thank you. Eating my clothing, please. No. I shall remain naked. Well, not me, but Voxanne. Which might be a plus. Honestly. Amazing thing happening on the Taraka stream right now. Yeah. Only the best ideas. Only the best. Except I feel my brain shutting down very rapidly. Honestly, the monster that I have here is mostly for decoration. A lot of the times it just genuinely doesn't do anything for me. Like, I basically have to convince myself that it works every single time. Like, whenever I'm tired, I just tell myself, yeah, the energy drink will fix it. It usually doesn't, but I just gaslight myself into believing it. A little bit more. Let's like that for now. So understandable, I would have my neurons activated. Yeah, I feel like that's the only thing that has genuinely been keeping me going. It's just good ideas with everybody that's in here, and I'm on a roll. That's all I need to stay awake at this point. Yeah, I feel like gaslight. Oh, whoa. I hope the mic didn't pick that up. But yeah, sometimes I just have to gaslight my ADHD. It just be like that sometimes. I don't know, a lot of times whether it's like an energy drink or coffee, it just puts me to sleep. I'm like, yes, tasty. You know, makes me want to nap. It's the opposite of what I needed. Now that I think about it, I may have just gotten it from my parents, because for years I would just look at them down a full cup of coffee and fall right asleep. Like, without an issue, just coffee and nap every single time. It's kind of like they're drinking coffee as if it was tea.
Sleepy time tea, except it tastes like dirt. Yeah. Yeah. Still don't really get how people genuinely enjoy coffee. I mean, the one that I drink is like a 3-in-1, and I drink it specific, like only with lots of milk, like halfway water, halfway milk. And it's always the ones that are like will have like chocolate in it, so it basically feels like I'm drinking a hot chocolate that maybe on occasion wakes me up a little bit. You know, if it's feeling nice that day, it will wake me up. I feel like now that you said sleepy time, it activated my sleepy time. It's coming at me very quickly. Can't do coffee or beer? Yeah, beer especially. Like, how? Why would you subject yourself to that? I do not understand it. I clearly remember when I went to a friend's 18th birthday party. Um, it was a while ago, and everybody, you know, as teenagers here do, everybody was drinking beer. And I was like, fuck it, you know, it's time to grow up. I'm gonna drink one too. I was sipping it for a little while. And then I just remember thinking, oh, come on, like, don't be a baby, you know, do it all at once. And I tried my hardest to chug the whole thing, and I almost threw up. Like, just from the taste of it, it's nasty. I do not understand people who enjoy beer or anything that's bitter at that point. It's like, why would you want to eat things that taste like dirt? Or at that point, I think I would rather eat dirt than that shit, because damn. Bedtime for Tari, just a little bit more. I want to do a little bit more. Creamer and sugar is a must in my coffee. Yeah, I need something to like water it down to save my poor tongue. Anytime my girlfriend orders a coffee or beer, I get a sip and I'm like, nah, still don't like it. Honestly, if you can try it every single time, you're stronger than me. I tried a couple of times years ago and I gave up. I'm like, okay, my taste buds are not developed. I may try it again in a couple of years, but you know, that's as good as it gets. Maybe like once in 5 years I'll see if I have grown to be an adult finally, but so far no. So far I still have the taste buds of a child, which is fine, I guess. Luckily I don't really have anybody that teases me for it. Well, maybe one person, but I can live with that. Oh, matcha is nice. I haven't had a lot of it, but when I did, that was good. It's, well, yeah, it is kind of bitter, but it gets a pass. It gets a pass.
Beer isn't tasty to me too, except for that Smirnoff Mule. It's like soda in a way. I know it only by name. I don't think I was brave enough to actually try it at any point. But yeah, I do know that people like that one at least. I tried whiskey once and liked it. I want to try more. Yeah, I feel like with whiskey, I could get used to it. So far, I think I've only tried it with cola because, I mean, with alcohol, I'm still a little bit weak. Like, I can drink a lot, a considerable amount at this point, and like being still good. But it's always mixed in with some soda or juice. And funny story, I never actually got drunk until I was 20 years old, which, you know, if there's any Americans here, you would say, well, yeah, of course. But here in this area, like, you basically start drinking at the age of like 13, 14, and by the time you reach 21, you're like, okay, I'm done. You know, at the age of 21, you just decide, okay, I'm no longer an alcoholic, and then you move on. It's a little bit different here. So, you know, getting drunk for the first time in 20, very much a late bloomer. And it took a couple of tries. Genuinely, I was with my boyfriend, and he was so determined because, you know, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't do nothing. No, nothing. And he was like, you have to do something. You have to try something. I was like, okay. So he tried his best to help me get drunk. It was all at home in a safe environment where I was also like chill with it. And it took a couple of tries. I think we basically tried with a couple of different like really good whiskeys or something. And he would just keep looking at me like, do you feel it? Do you feel it? And I'm like, buddy, I'm just sleepy. Until at one point he was like, okay, fuck this. And he started making me, let's call it, I guess, a cocktail. But it was it was really just like 1/3 of a glass, let's say some soda or juice, 1/3 alcohol, and 1/3 Red Bull. And he was like, bro, if this doesn't get you, I don't know what will. And then every single time, because that finally got me after like 2 or 3 glasses, and he was like, okay, cool, now I know the formula. So that was the only way that he knew how to get me drunk, is just to put insane amounts of alcohol in one single cup and be like, okay, here you go. And like, I think to this day, it's basically, if I'm aiming to like get drunk or tipsy, I kind of have to go that way. Just mix a whole bunch in, and because I'm also a bit of a slow drinker, like I always pace myself, so it needs to be strong, because if I'm going slow, it's not gonna get me. So it needs to be a bomb. An old-fashioned? Yeah. I don't think I tried an old-fashioned one before. I kind of forgot what it was that I did try at this point. It was a brand name, a famous one. But yeah, my ass is not good with alcohol in general. I just usually like leave it up to my boyfriend and he picks whatever. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yippee. Oh yeah, drinking alcoholic drinks, like without anything, I don't think I could, honestly. It's a struggle. Like, if I don't like the taste, I'm simply not going to drink it. Like, whether it's further drinks of any kind, if I don't like the taste, I'm not drinking that shit. So I just have to mix it with something. The first alcoholic drink I had wasn't really impressed, but I kept trying different things, and I think just trying stuff is really fun. Yeah, especially like for drinking the first time or among the first times is like you already don't like the taste of alcohol itself. It just that takes time getting used to, and then finding one that actually suits you also takes a little while. I remember, for example, some friends were suggesting to me to try, I think it was Bailey's, because it's basically just chocolate. Which I liked at first. Now I think it's way too sweet. At this point, I guess I grew out of it. Many juices and soda after a shot. Yeah, I never actually tried it that way. I just mix it all in one right away. I'm not strong enough to like start off with just the alcohol. Like I don't want to taste it to begin with. I think the one that I genuinely enjoyed the most was the what was it called? I think it was like Russian standard vodka, because it basically has no smell or taste. Like you feel the burn of the alcohol, but that's it. Like it doesn't stink. It doesn't have a nasty taste. It's just a little bit sting, and that's it. So that's currently the easiest one for me to take in, but I never drink it straight still. Like I'm not gonna risk it. I like to have it with my little juicy. Laughing so hard, I know it's just your accent, but oh my god, what? Come on! No. No. Fuck. I'm never saying that again, thank you very much. I didn't realize. Fuck. I thought I could hide my accent better than that. God damn it. Years in the customer service didn't teach me anything. Oh, what was it? It was years ago. Well, maybe like a year or two ago. I was trying to tell the customer on the phone, like we were troubleshooting something, and I think I wanted to say something along the lines of, now we're gonna like hit the button, or yeah, I kind of mixed up to hit and to click, and I just told the customer, now we're going to shit. And yeah, that still kind of haunts me sometimes. I hope Especially because it was an older dude. I hope he just didn't pick up on it. I just, you know, kept going like I didn't just say that. Oh god. But yeah, the charms are working in customer service. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Keep looking back at the overall shading for the skin and I'm like, something is missing. But I think I'm gonna realize it tomorrow when I look at it again. And I can only hope that I'm not gonna be too lazy to fix it at that point. Yeah, I can say that's fine. Jesus Christ. Did the mic pick up on that? Oh god. My Hi Jane, hello. Been looking for a while, but on that earlier topic of being shy, I thought I'd try fighting myself today. Thank you. Honestly, thank you first for liking my Voxanne, and yeah, I'm glad you fought yourself. I'm doing it a lot. Let me be honest, before starting the stream, I had such a hard lump in my throat. I thought I was going to combust. I thought I was going to chicken out and just, you know, call off the stream, you know, oh, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, you know, fuck it. I don't have to do this today. I was a little bit terrified. But I'm glad. I'm glad I'm here and I'm glad I'm talking to folks here, including you now. Of course, follow yourself and whatever you're comfortable with when it comes to chatting. Like, if you prefer to lurk, that's perfectly fine and I appreciate you being here. Or if you want to chat, like, again, feel free. We're just spouting nonsense most of the time so far. You know, just having a jolly old time. But yeah, thank you for coming in. I'm gonna do maybe a little few details and I think I might call it a night. Well, yeah, it's almost midnight. We're about to hit 3 hours, which I think is actually really good. I did not think I was going to last this long. So yeah, I guess I can do a few more minutes and yeah, then I'll be done for the night. I'm already thinking, like, if I wanna stream again tomorrow after work, I'll maybe be a little bit earlier compared to today. But we'll see. See how it goes, how I feel after work tomorrow. I know there's a whole lot waiting for me as soon as I log in. I'm not sure how fun tomorrow is gonna be overall, but I had a lot of fun today, you know, just chilling and chatting. I'm surprised at myself that I've been actually talking pretty much the whole time. I was so scared. Like, previously, every time that I was live, I was either muted or with a friend. And it helped me out a lot to just have some company with me, because I was so scared of, just having my mic turned on, but having nothing to say. Like, it was one fear. It was basically that meme. So yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm really glad that everybody kept me company. Honestly, if I was all alone, yeah, I would have been totally silent. So I really appreciate you all for coming in and keeping me company. I'm just I'm really happy. Like, the night went a lot better than I thought, expected. Much better than I hoped. I'm like, I can't really express it too well, but I'm really grateful for tonight and for all of you guys. And I don't want to get too sappy, but I appreciate you. Okay, let me add a little bit more. And I'm gonna clock out for the night. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Okay, I might fix up some parts here and there off stream just to make it a little bit more consistent. Or I may just finish the hair and clothing offline so that tomorrow or the day after, whenever we do start again, we can start off with the next outfit. Okay, close that. Yeah. Okay, save first before I forget. Okay. I don't have an ending stream, so I'm just gonna chat like this for a little bit. Let me see. There's the sponsor stream, Vox stream in about 13 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching that while at work. It's gonna keep me going. About the only thing to keep me going that early. It's been very fun to listen to you. Thank you. I'm glad. It's a relief, I hope. Because I'll go back and listen to myself a little bit. I am, as usual, with most people that stream, are self-conscious about their voices. So I'm gonna, listen to myself and critique myself. But yeah, I'm glad it was nice to listen to me. Yeah, and thank you, Jenny, as well. It takes a while to break out of the nervousness from streaming. Also, stuff happens. Yeah, I didn't actually have like a practice stream before this. I could have, before I posted it anywhere, I could have, tried it out to see, oh my god, does this work? Is it going to work? But I didn't. I kind of raw dogged it. But I'm glad it worked out in the end. I found some good tutorials, so that also really helped. It's been fun watching you draw. I love watching our streams and seeing how people do their thing. Yeah, I'm glad it's been fun. My process is fairly simple, I think. So nothing too wow in that department, but still, I'm glad it was fun to watch. Okay, I'm gonna do some stretches and rest my throat. I haven't talked for this long in a while, actually. Ever since I switched jobs, I don't remember the last time I talked for 3 hours straight.
but I'm glad I did today. Thank you all really for keeping me company. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, I'll post about the next time that I start streaming, probably with like a 2 or 3 hour heads up. Same as today, just depending on the mood. And say thank you. Thank you for dropping in. I'm just about to finish up. Um, but yeah, thank you for coming in. And baby, even though I'm a lurker, thank you for the stream. It's super inspiring. You made me draw along too. Oh, nice. Again, I can't be loud because it's late, but I'm so glad. I hope you also had fun with your own drawing session. And yeah, again, for anybody that's also still lurking, thank you. It really does mean a lot to know that there are people who like to listen to me ramble. It's a nice confidence boost. And thank you, Derry, as well. I'm glad you had a chance to drop in and keep me company too. Thank you. Okay, I'm perfect. My playlist ended, so I'm also gonna finish it up here. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and keeping me company for a full 3 hours at this point. Hoping to drop another thank you, and thank you, Jenny, as well. Alright, everybody, again, thank you for giving me some of your time, and I hope you have a lovely evening, morning, or the rest of your day. Happy time zones. And yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.